don't have to do anything.
Better than ever.
Is it better than ever?
It's better than ever
Because I'm like, I'm gonna make everything better. It's gonna be
Absolutely is
awesome.
better than it's ever been.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is our,
Yeah, we're gonna be thankful
better
for
than
things.
ever.
Even if you use let's stick with
Yeah,
that's
better than
right.
ever.
I just Googled my name, and I Googled Joseph Bailey Professor, and sometimes I feel special, but apparently I'm not that special. Look at this. This guy is Joseph Bailey, instructor of contemplative studies,
Wow.
School of Psychological Science, Oregon State. This guy, look, that's pretty. It's
Okay.
pretty nice hair.
Yeah.
And he is in the School of Mathematics,
Wow.
Statistics, and Actuarial Science, which is for sure not me. And then pulmonary, like a assistant professor in medicine.
Wow.
So, well, I'm guessing nobody has the name of D. Romines. So,
They're no.
no, nobody has that.
Nope.
All right. Well, how did you? Oh, so I was going to ask you, what does a messy office mean? What does that mean? I used to, when I wrote papers in grad school, because like back in the day, I would have to print off papers,
Right.
and so then I would print off all the articles and like have them all around me at the home office, and then I would pick things up, and I thought it was a good system, but
I've always heard that. Seen those pictures of Einstein in his
you might
office.
pull this in.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
And it was a mess.
Yeah,
And we go, oh, it's a sign of genius.
Yeah,
It's like,
there
I don't know what it's a sign of, but mine starts off clean,
yeah.
and then about 4 or 5 weeks into the semester, it starts to blow up, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't have the life force to clean that up.
Yeah.
Or I start pulling music and
Yeah.
looking through piles of it. So
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed about it, but not embarrassed enough
Not enough.
to do anything
Yeah,
really
that's okay.
to
No,
change it.
It's good. There's differing schools of thought, about the office. Oh,
Yeah.
you could do that.
I
That's
don't
okay.
know. Is this
No,
yeah.
that's great.
is that good?
That's good. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I start out good. Yeah, same kind of deal. I start out good. Same about vehicles. Like I work
No.
out of my truck a lot, and so my truck is just it's not pretty.
Yep.
I was talking to a student the other day, and he's like, "Oh, cars need to be clean," and I thought, well, you would judge me because mine's not clean.
Well, until you have children, right? It's like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
look, there's no, okay,
Yeah, crumbs everywhere.
and keep all that soccer, baseball,
yeah,
dance, all that gear.
all the stuff.
Got to have the extras just in case
Yeah.
we get there and we need it or forgot about it. So yeah.
You know that urban legend where you put baby powder on the back of your car and you go to a train track, and then you go, and then like the little ghosts are gonna push you across the train track, and you're like, there's kid handprints on everything already. It's not that there's ghosts.
Ghosts.
Yes.
Yeah. This is not
Anyway,
supernatural.
Right. This is not. Yes, there's paw prints on everything from kids. Anyway. All right. So D. Romines, how'd you get here? You've been at HSU for a while.
This
How'd you
is
get here?
year 18.
Yeah.
And I've signed up. I'm coming back next year.
Okay. All right.
I got here if there is a short version. Clell Wright, who taught here.
Yeah.
And we taught here together. But before either one of us were at Hardin-Simmons, we were doctoral students at the University of Missouri, Kansas City.
Okay.
Both teaching assistants, shared an office. So I knew Clell really well, a good guy, good friend.
Yeah.
And we both graduated the same year. He got the job here at Hardin-Simmons. They rolled me in as a visiting assistant professor at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. So I stayed in Kansas City. He came here.
Okay.
Stayed at Kansas City 2 years. Got a job at the University of Georgia, which was like the promised land. Because I grew up in Tennessee.
Okay.
Athens, Georgia was 4 hours from Knoxville. All my family was in Knoxville. My wife's family was in Sweetwater, Tennessee, which was just about an hour from Knoxville.
Okay.
It was great. I was teaching at the big flagship university in the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
Teaching graduate classes and master students, doctoral students, undergrad. It's great. We had a great place to live.
Yeah.
everybody's doing well, but I was kind of teaching out of my area.
Oh,
I was just doing straight music ed, and I knew that when I took the job.
okay.
Uh, but I was there 5 years, and everybody in my family was doing great, and I wasn't. It
Yeah.
was one of those. I was putting food on the table,
Yeah.
and University of Georgia was a great place. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. There were good people and good students,
Yeah.
but that's a lot of background information that you may not need. So Clell Wright called me and said, "Hey, there's going to be an opening at Hardin Simmons University, and you should apply."
Yeah.
And I went, I'm not going to go to Texas. I'm not going to do this. But I did apply. I got on campus for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
They offered me the job,
Yeah.
and it was all the things that I wanted to do that I wasn't getting to do at the University of Georgia. I was
Okay.
still going to do music ed,
Yeah.
but I was going to teach conducting. I was be involved with ensembles, and I just couldn't say no. And Lawson Hager was the dean, and he's one of the at the time. Clell got my foot in. He got me to apply, but I was struggling with trying to decide whether to take the job or not. They'd offered it. It looked like a good job, but to move my family from Georgia to Texas when they were all doing great, I just wasn't sure. So I prayed about it. I struggled for a week or 10 days. The deadline came, and Lawson Hager, I talked to him on a Friday afternoon. I was sitting in my truck in the parking lot at the School of Music, University of Georgia, and I just said, "Look, Dean Hager, I can't decide. Can you give me until Monday?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Look, you take time. You wait and think about it till Monday, but you need to know we want you to come and be part of our faculty."
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And when he said that,
Yeah.
right then I went, "Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go,"
Yeah.
because it made such an impact on me. But that was going to be short, but it ended up being a long story. But that's how I got here.
Yeah. That's cool. So I don't know that much about choirs. My wife has been in choirs. I was in high school church choir and university choir just a tiny bit. And I in my mind I kind of equate choir with church choir. And so at a big state school, what does that look like? University of Georgia.
It in some ways, there is a link between the two. It's still that church choir is going to do all sacred music, but even at a big state school, they're doing sacred music that's historically significant.
Huh.
That has to be the
that's the link.
Because if it's not historically significant, you can't really justify it at a state school.
Right. Yeah.
But the music of Palestrina or Bach or Handel or Haydn or Brahms or Mozart, that's great literature. It's been around for a long time. You could go, yeah, we need to do this.
Yeah.
But you're at a big state school like that. Bill and Gloria Gaither were probably not going to do any.
Right.
Probably not going to do any of that.
Right.
But so in that instance, it is very similar. The difference would be at the University of Georgia, that big state school, there was a large mixed ensemble.
Okay.
There was a women's choir. There was a men's choir. There was an African American choral ensemble. There was a vocal jazz group. So all that functioned under the umbrella of the choral department, but it had a lot of different genres, a lot of different performance mediums.
Okay, cool. Have you seen on social media the ensembles where they'll sit in a stairwell?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a sucker for that.
Yeah,
I can watch.
And the acoustics really nice.
Oh, it's so great. It's like singing in the shower.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay, so you came here, and so music ed is different than choral, right?
It depends on for the university or the position. Like my job at the University of Georgia was straight music ed, but I was choral music ed.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't teaching conducting or doing ensembles.
Okay.
Here, I'm choral music ed, but part of it is, yes, you are going to, I knew when I applied for the job, I was going to conduct an ensemble, I was going to teach conducting, and those are all things that I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And so Hardin Simmons, and when I got here, we had graduate students, we had a master's program.
Yeah.
So I still got to work with graduate students,
Yeah.
and do the ensembles and do music ed, which I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And the music ed part is, besides to teach a methods course, like the course how to be a middle school, high school choir director,
Yeah.
or how to conduct, go out and supervise student teachers.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best parts of the job. Get out in the real
And do
world.
you like this part?
Oh, it's great.
That's awesome.
Because
Yeah.
you get out of the ivory tower
Yeah.
where it's real. I mean,
It's the rubber meets the
yeah,
road.
we're going to find out, can you teach, and what can you do? And it's enjoyable to get out and see the high school, middle school, high school teachers, elementary, because I'm doing some of that in the area, how good they are.
Yeah.
And then watch our students get out and learn from them and start to develop their own classroom personality.
Tonight, I'm going to a middle school choir
Nice.
concert tonight.
Nice.
This
Good,
very
good, good.
night.
Good.
Yes, it's gonna be good. And you know what? I respect that lady. Oh, I'm like, every time I want to give her a hug. We saw her and her husband out at a restaurant, and I told my wife, I was like, we need to give her a hug. We didn't, but
Yeah,
just
sure.
like, this poor lady. It's so hard.
It's when I get out and see elementary teacher or middle school or high school.
Yeah.
I just think, God bless you, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this is, without them, and I'm not saying here or at the University of Georgia, any place I've been, but I've known people that taught music at the college level,
Yeah.
and they didn't really acknowledge, it seemed like, hey, you wouldn't have a job
Yeah.
if these people weren't teaching elementary, middle, and high school music.
Yeah.
Where do you think these people come from?
Yeah.
The-
That's right.
It was like they thought, oh, well, that's not a hard job. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Oh my goodness.
especially elementary or middle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I see elementary teachers, and I'm just amazed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Was that your journey? Did you come up through as you were a student?
I sang in started okay. We go way back and say I started in music when I've got a twin brother, and when we were, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old, our father, who I never heard hum, sing, listen to music, whistle, brought home an accordion and said, you guys are going to learn how to play this, and I've got somebody lined up to teach you.
That's funny.
And we went
Just out of the blue.
out of the blue. We went,
Wow.
okay. And I think part of that for him, he'd been in World War II. He'd been in the Army.
Okay.
He came out of a little town in Tennessee. He was in Europe. He was around guys who could play instruments, who could play guitar
Yeah.
or piano or could sing. And he never had that opportunity.
Huh.
And, I guess we all do that some.
Yeah.
We look at our children and go, well, I didn't get to do this, but I want to make sure you get
You
to do
do
this.
this, yeah.
And so he brought home an accordion, and there was a guy in Knoxville, Tennessee named Tony Musco, Italian guy, great accordion player.
Yeah.
Played on the midday merry-go-round at WNOX in Knoxville. In Archie Campbell had played on that, and Roy Acuff had played on that show.
Okay.
And Tony was a gigger. He gigged. I mean, he had fake books, and he could, if you said, "Hey, can you play whatever?" he'd look it up and play because he knew when you were out gigging like that, that's a tip.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
and so anyway, that's how I started accordion, and then in fourth grade, we joined the elementary band. My brother played saxophone. I played trumpet.
Yeah.
Had grown up singing in church.
Yeah.
The graded choir program in the Baptist church worked, and moved into the youth choir. We sang. It was still elementary school, but it would have been what we call a middle school because it was 1 through 8 in the same building.
Oh gosh.
Not the same room,
Yeah.
but the same building.
Oh yeah.
And I won't say the teacher's name, but my twin brother and I went and auditioned for, I think it was 6th or 7th grade choir.
Huh.
And the choir teacher laughed at us when we sang
Oh.
and said, you guys just need to stick to playing in band because you can't sing. Yeah. And years later, I thought, should I try to find her
and tell her.
and tell her,
Yeah.
look, but she didn't discourage us. I wasn't crushed or anything. We just went, okay.
Yeah.
And then the next year she was gone, and there was another choir director, and we went and auditioned. We got in, and so anyway, we sang in middle school. We sang in high school. We had a great high school choir director. I'm going to say his name, Albert Rule.
Okay.
God bless him.
That's cool.
What a good choir director and a better human being.
Yeah, that's
We
cool.
just did some great choral music. But we played in band and sang in choir in high school. And in college, my brother and I were both instrumental music education majors at the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So my undergrad's instrumental music ed.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then choral
Yeah,
came later.
Now, and you traveled with a band, right?
Traveled.
Yeah.
I finished my master's in 1985. Went at Eastman in Rochester, New York. Went home that summer and applied for dozens and dozens of college jobs. And God, in His wisdom, I didn't get any of them because I was not ready to do that.
Yeah.
I thought I was, but I really wasn't. So it was September. I still didn't have a job. And I thought, what am I going to do? I've got a master's degree in choral conducting, and I can't get arrested. And a buddy of mine, a trumpet player, called me like early one week and went, hey, can you be in Nashville next Monday with a silver cornet? And I went, yes, I can be. He goes, all right. Mr. Jack Daniels' original silver cornet band. I was one of the 4 cornets in that band. And it was a town band based on like the 1890s, early 1900s out of Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Okay.
And it was sponsored by the distillery. I'll say that.
Okay. All right.
And it was really subtle PR work for the
Yeah.
distillery. We dressed up in period costumes,
Okay.
had a gazebo,
Yeah.
had a guy who was a conductor who was actually an actor, and he told stories in between the tunes, and we all had our own characters. I was the Barber and the Undertaker.
All right.
And so you had little acting responsibilities, things you had
That's
to do with that.
awesome. Yeah.
But it was a great job.
Yeah.
Really, really good players. We were probably in 40 states.
Yeah.
And it was really get on the bus in the morning, drive all day, get off the bus, play a show, check into the hotel, get up the next morning, go to a different town and do it again. So it was a great job for a year.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, this is not sustainable.
Yeah.
There's no future in this.
Yeah.
This is, but the good thing, I've got my road stories. I was
Oh, yeah.
on the road with Mr. Jack Daniels' original silver
That's
cornet
cool.
band.
So I was in a band and I got to travel for a couple of years, and there's just something about the reps. You just do the reps like at least once a day for like 6 days a week. You just do it over and over. And whatever kind of musician you are, it's gonna take you to like other heights.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the same show.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were doing the same 2-hour show
Yep.
every night,
Yep.
and you get to know those other players really well.
yeah.
Are they having a great night, an average night?
Yeah.
What do my chops feel like? Am
Yeah.
I playing really well?
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe you had this. The other experience would be, we'd start the show, and the next thing I'd know, it'd be intermission, and I didn't remember.
You just autopilot.
It was autopilot.
Yeah.
It was like getting in my
Yeah.
car and driving home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's really scary.
Yeah.
I think it went okay.
Yeah.
But then
That's
every
funny.
once in a while, somebody would do something
A little different.
different.
Yeah. There you go.
And everybody
Yeah,
wakes
like,
up and go,
"Whoa,"
oh,
yeah.
yeah, this is great. Yeah, but
Toward the end of my time, there was this one song that I started, and I would start it I would turn around and start it in a different key, just for fun, just like a half step.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
here we go, we're trying it.
Yeah.
We got to do something different.
yeah.
Sometimes during sound check, me and the electric player would just have a whole conversation, and we're just keep going. We just keep playing. So
Yep.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's crazy.
You got to do
You got to do something.
something
Yeah.
to break that up.
I wonder how many. So and I can't remember if I've told you this, but my journey over to guitar starts with violin.
Huh? No, I didn't know.
In 4th and 5th grade, I was in Amarillo. My family's in Amarillo, and so you had to do something. You had to choose an instrument, and so it was just like dumb luck. I just chose violin,
Yeah.
and I started learning. You just by osmosis, you start learning music theory, and you start learning all the things, and I continued that until 9th grade, and then, but that's my journey over to guitar, and so I know a ton of things because of just like that journey. And so I'm wondering if that's because of choir. or because of, middle school, whatever, if that's a lot of people's journey.
I I think a lot of people. Well, when I was growing up, everybody played piano.
Yeah. Well, and there were pianos everywhere.
And there was a piano.
Yeah.
You walk in somebody's house,
Yeah.
and there was an upright piano,
Yeah.
right there, and everybody took piano lessons, even if it was only 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
Everybody played,
Yeah.
so everybody could read music.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say, but they were exposed to it.
Yeah.
And-
Well, and in churches, you looked at
And book.
music. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I learned to read bass clef
Yeah.
in church,
Yeah.
but singing hymns.
Yeah.
And I think I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
That and using your ears is an important thing too. I'm not saying that you can get note bound.
Yeah.
Where the only thing you do is, if I don't have the music, then I can't do anything.
That is true. Yeah.
The flip side of that is I only use my ears. I can't read any symbols at all.
Right.
It needs to be some of both,
Yeah.
I think.
It seems to be the rare musician who can do both, who can switch between both of those.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I remember hearing an interview with Elvis Presley, and he was talking about, he goes, my musicians are really ear musicians.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, what are you talking about? He goes, well, they don't use their eyes.
Yeah.
They use their ears.
Yeah.
And that's valuable if you could, but then you have to memorize. You have to memorize
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. It's true.
If you're not reading a chord chart or some kind of music, but there
guys
are people out there.
The guys I played with, I was the new guy for a little bit, and it was hazing or whatever, but
Sure.
there was no music, and it was like they would write out like a quarter sheet of paper and write the set list, like 5 songs, and just lay it down by your stuff. And that's it. Yes, and you had to memorize all of it, which at first was a big deal.
Sure.
But it made me better because now I can listen to the radio or listen to Spotify or whatever, and I can pick out that's a 1 4 5 4 or whatever.
Hear the chords.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's a video out there. This is not exactly the same thing, but there's a video out there talking about all the pop bands who started in church worship music.
Huh.
And it's fascinating.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah,
To make that connection.
I think, I don't want to botch it. It's out there, so you can
Oh.
check it out. But it's pretty cool. So choral music, you got here based on that, and what are we going to talk about? What do you think? What's happening with choral music? With music, what's better than ever? What do you see? Or is it?
I think a lot of things are better. With YouTube, Spotify, whatever, our students have access without going to a record store,
Yeah.
without even going like to iTunes or buying a CD or an LP. I mean, that really dates me.
Yeah.
Or going to iTunes and downloading that. I mean, you still can.
Yeah.
But they can watch and listen on YouTube, whatever genre, the greatest bluegrass, classical, rock, pop, rap. It's all right there for you to watch and listen and learn if you want to. It's not like, and I think it's a good thing, but maybe it's not a good thing. It's so accessible and it's so easy that maybe we take it for granted.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And maybe our students just become consumers, and it's a passive thing, and they don't create. Now, and I'm talking about School of Music because they're involved in the process of creating music.
Yeah.
But I think for non-music students, you could really get into a thing where I consume music, but I don't create music.
Yeah, for sure. I do this. I love watercolors. And so sometimes if I'm not careful, I'll get on social media and I'll start watching watercolor videos. And it's this weird part of my brain where I think like I'm making it, but I'm not making it. So maybe it's the same thing with music where you're like, oh, I'm doing this. And you're like, no, you're really not doing this.
It can. I think it can. I heard an interview Sting
Yeah.
with Rick Beato. That
Yeah. I like him.
and
Yeah.
and Rick asks Sting, "What do you think about music? What do you think about AI?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I think in lots of ways it's good, it's good, it's good." But he, but he said, and I guess that's where I even dovetailed into that, that music's become a commodity. It's like turning on a tap and getting some water.
Yeah.
There's no, you don't have to maybe invest or sacrifice
Yeah.
to be in that process.
Yeah.
It's just easy. It's just right there.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait. It's like it's not a good way to say it. Like when I was growing up, The Wizard of Oz came on once
Yes.
on Easter Sunday,
Yes.
and if you missed it, you had to wait till next year.
Yes. I know.
And so there's something there's I think there's something good about I mean
Yeah.
that now I can watch it. I can go home right now and go in my office and watch The Wizard of Oz if I want to.
You're like,
There's
clear the schedule.
Yeah, it didn't cost. Yeah,
Yes.
it didn't
You
cost
have
me
to
anything
catch
now.
it.
Yeah, now
Yes.
we got to plan ahead. I make sure the TV, the antennas are turned. We
Yeah.
can get and now
yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
right there.
It's right there. All right. So for the longest time, I taught political communication, and I don't think I could ever. And we did a whole unit on the JFK assassination, and so for a while we would actually do a month-long unit on JFK assassination. Then I would take a field trip to the sixth floor museum in Grassy Knoll. We'd walk around it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I could never get into their brains. Like, you can't see the Zapruder film. Like, if it's 1963, you can't just watch it.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody even knows what it looks like. It's all like hidden back there, and the gatekeepers won't let it out.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of deal. Yeah.
I remember seeing that early '90s
Yeah.
for the
For the
first time.
first time. Wow.
And I can't remember. A medical examiner came to the school where I was teaching. And they showed the film, and he talked about it. And I remember walking home to my apartment, and I was spooked
Oh yeah.
because I'd just seen an actual killing,
Murder. Yeah.
assassination.
Oh yeah.
When you went to the school book depository,
Yeah.
did you go up on the grassy knoll and stand behind the fence?
Oh, you have to. Yes.
It was
Yes.
wasn't that I stood there and
Yeah.
looked out on that X they've got on the road.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And just went, this is unbelievable. Whether there was really a shooter there or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
They say that X is not maintained by the city.
really,
That's what I've heard. I don't because I've been there so many times, and that's what they say. So I'm not sure. And then inevitably there would be somebody. They have to go out into the road and take a picture of themselves.
I'm gonna be honest.
You did that?
I went out and stood on that thing. And my children were going, "What are you
Dad,
doing?" I
what are you
went, "Hey,
doing?" Yeah.
I did it. I went
Yeah.
out and stood. I made sure there's no traffic. And I've got to look around and look at the school book depository and the grassy knoll
Yeah.
and just kind of get my mind
get
around.
your bearings.
Yeah.
And the bridge.
Yeah.
Behind
Back
you.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They keep. My understanding is so when you're in the sixth floor and seventh floor, in the sixth floor you can't go to the perch. The seventh floor you can go above it and see. You can see that line, and they keep that tree trimmed where
So
you can still see the line of sight. Yeah.
That's
That's pretty crazy. So you were talking about the availability of music, and one of the things that I think we might be losing is because we're consuming it, we're not doing it. And because we're not doing it, there's something really special about, okay, so not only are we not doing it, but you are like, people aren't making music so there might be somebody like what if we miss a Bob Dylan because people aren't literally participating in music anymore like they used to.
could happen.
Yeah. And because Bob Dylan's like not the best, not the best singer, and you,
And he's going to be here.
yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, that's right.
Is it May?
I think so. Yeah, are you going to go see him?
I don't have a ticket, and I think it's
Yeah.
going to. I
Is it
think
sold
it's
out?
actually going to sell out
Oh yeah,
because, I mean, I have respect Bob Dylan. And,
yeah. Oh, of course.
but
yeah,
I was never a huge
yeah,
Dylan fan. But I don't know, but we could miss out just because that that person doesn't get involved. They don't feel the
Yeah.
need to,
Yeah.
that means of expression.
Yeah. And what else I was going to say is this, that you feel like you can't participate in something unless it's world class, unless it's like the best. And I think that's what social media has given us, that it needs to be like the best of the best.
Yeah.
And there might be somebody out there who's like a world class songwriter that we don't actually know about because they're not the best singer.
Yep.
So I love Bob Dylan covers.
Yeah.
Yes, Bob Dylan's okay. He's great, but like the covers, like the
Yeah.
U2, Dave Matthews Band, Garth Brooks,
Yeah.
Adele, like all of those are just the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
things ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
I was just listening to an Adele tune before I came down.
Yeah,
And now I can't remember which one it was, but wow,
yeah,
what a nice voice.
yeah. It's so good. There's a podcast talking about what makes a country song a country song, and it's the use of the specific. It's a Malcolm Gladwell, and it's fantastic. If you
I'll
ever
have to check it out.
Yeah, it's
No.
really good. And Adele intentionally does not use specifics in her songs. So it's just like general kinds of things, whereas like a country song is like Memphis, like a really specific. I was on this street at this day or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Yeah. How do you see music changing? Like what's happening? Because you've seen the arc of students and interacting with music and those sorts of things.
It's I think our students are better trained or have the opportunity to be better trained than we were, because I think teaching techniques have been codified.
Yeah.
They're better. There are more materials out there. They have access to more materials.
Yeah.
And again, I think I mentioned they can listen. I can get online and listen to 5 of the world's greatest trumpet players this afternoon.
Yeah.
Play a piece of music that I was looking at, and I can learn from them.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, it's really the accessibility to teachers and techniques and materials. It's almost unlimited.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they can be hesitant. Everything they hear is perfect. You mentioned
yeah.
They're no like the old LPs of the big orchestras.
Yeah.
If they were recorded live, it might be out of tune.
Yeah.
Somebody might miss a note.
Yeah.
And that doesn't.
Yeah.
It's perfect all the time,
Yeah.
and nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, any concert we do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And maybe there's some, I don't know if good's the right word. There's something human about that.
Yeah.
It
absolutely.
starts to be antiseptic.
Yeah.
If it can be so perfect all the time. But I think they've got. I think the opportunities for them are challenging, but they're if they'll embrace it, they're in a good place. I mean, I think you did the faculty meeting we had, and didn't you do an AI where they created a song? Or,
Yeah.
that's really pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But is that? It's not. Is it real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it real? Yeah. And do we want to interact with that? What are my interests are? What are we craving? Like, do we crave that song that's perfect for us, or do we crave like a connection with an artist, which is really cool?
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that connection is really important.
Yeah.
And a live concert. That's. It's great to watch it on YouTube.
But
It's great to listen to a recording, but live
it
is
just can't compare.
Yep.
It cannot compare. In 2022, I had been listening to this band called the band Camino, they're a pop band.
Yeah.
It's just pop. But I loved them. I could not get enough of the band Camino. And my boys started, and they were like younger teenagers at the time. And so we started listening to the band Camino. We're listening to the band Camino all the time. And we heard that they were coming to ACU Welcome Week. And we're like, oh my gosh. And so I took them to the concert was free. And we went. And I remember they came out and they started playing. I don't remember what the first song was. But one of my sons looked at me and he was just like, he got it. It's like, oh, it's this moment of this is incredible. He's like, oh my gosh, that's them, and we're here, and they're playing that song. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And they, what was interesting with that concert is that more people came out for the openers because the openers were ACU alums. And then it kind of tapered off when the headliners came out.
Wow.
And so, but man, they played their heart out, and it was just fun. And by the end, almost everybody was on the floor, like gathered up really close, and they were just going for it. It was really neat. But it was kind of a magical moment. And I just love, and I don't go to enough concerts, but I just love concerts. And there's something to be said also, if you've ever been to a concert where you didn't really know who it was, and then after the concert, you're like, oh, that was really good. And then you start to follow that person. Yeah. That's incredible. I think also for musicians and maybe for students, where they can see it as, in 1985, the gatekeepers controlled so much of the music industry that there were only, there are like 5 stations. There's a gospel, country, rock, oldies or whatever. Yeah. And unless you fell into those buckets and you couldn't do anything. Yep. Well, now you can find your tribe online. You can, even if it's choral, even if it's 4 guys singing "Meet in the Middle" in a stairwell, and I'm just I'm just like on it. I've listened to that. I've watched that video like 30 times. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what's interesting. So one of the things I was going to say also, one of the things I love about music professors and music students is you have to do something. You actually have to, because professors are, they're, sometimes I say like professors are the worst, because they can just say anything in class. Sure. But yours has to be tied to real life. And that's good.
I teach a conducting class. Yeah. And I say things in the class, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. Yeah. And then we're in rehearsal. Uh-huh. And they're looking at me, and I could tell they're going, I thought you said you should do this. You should. Yeah. And so it serves to keep me honest.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's one of the things that I'm so grateful here. I just don't talk about doing it. I get to do it.
Yeah. And you have to.
Yeah, you have to do it. And I want to do it. And because to only talk about doing it, what right do I? I can talk about that, but if I'm not standing up running rehearsals, then or picking a program or whatever it is I'm trying to do, I don't think I have any credibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, I enjoy it, and that's I still do, and still hope I can keep doing that for a while. But it's even though as a conductor, I'm the only person on stage. I don't make any sounds.
Yeah, it's true.
If I do, then something's really wrong, right? We're in trouble. So it's good. I see them when they take conducting. They look a lot more. They watch so much more in rehearsal.
Oh yeah.
Because we've talked about doing this, and now are they going to see me do it or not? Right. And I've said it in class, and I'll repeat it here and for them too. Try to remind them, look, you need to watch me do this because you're either seeing how to do it or how not to do it.
Yeah.
But you need to watch because in a couple of years, you're going to have to do this. Yeah. And so that's the enjoyable part about, I think as far as being a teacher here or a teacher in high school, you're part of the process, but I can't sing it or play it for anybody.
You can't,
You just got to kind of step back and go, okay, you're going to do this.
Yeah, that's true. I teach public speaking, and what's fun about that is that they have to do something.
Sure.
And I always tell them, if you're in a history class, you can fail a test anonymously, quietly,
sure.
And no one really knows. If you're in a public speaking class and you don't prepare, like everybody knows. That's right. Everyone knows.
That's right.
Yeah, which I think is good. There's some pressure.
There is. In a conducting class, you stand up and conduct. Yeah. If you're not prepared, everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we all make mistakes, but if you didn't look at the music and you're not ready to do that, or you conduct the Star Spangled Banner in 4/4 on a quiz and it's in 3/4. Oh. Then there's a problem. Yeah. That's no. I agree. I think it's it gives the class some teeth. Yeah. You're gonna have to stand up and do this.
For sure.
And so you better pay attention.
Yeah, that's right. What does what is the are there movies? What does the media get wrong about being a musician? The only movie, one of the movies it just comes to mind is Whiplash.
Oh my gosh.
I only watched it once. I only watched it
seen
once, and my boys are drummers, and so I'm like, do I want them to watch this movie or not watch this movie? I don't know.
That, I mean, I've had some teachers who were strict,
Yeah.
but never physical.
Yeah.
I mean
yeah.
that the part not my tempo. Okay, yeah, I get that completely. Right. Okay, yeah, but
Are you what is it, dragger or rusher?
yeah,
Yeah.
but that when he doesn't he throw the cymbal or
Yeah.
he actually strikes the
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that although I guess that could happen, that just seems a little over the top. But
Yeah.
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
And you know that old school, maybe band director more than choir director
Yeah.
approach was a little. I'm the tyrant, and
Yeah.
you're going to do whatever I say to do. But that just
Yeah.
doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
I think one of the things American Idol, or America's Got Talent, what is it? Idol.
Yeah.
What's
American Idol.
American
or,
Idol?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Both of those. Yeah. Yeah.
Those things. I think people look at that and go, "I'm going to be a star.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a superstar."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And maybe they put the time in.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're just super talented, but that idea that I'm going to be a superstar and sell millions of records, great. I hope that happens for you.
Yeah.
But that's not the reality for most of us.
Yeah.
Is we're going to work at this craft and we're going to try to do good work.
Yeah.
But we're never going to be famous.
Yeah.
We're never going to be rich.
Yeah. Which is okay.
Which is okay.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to enjoy
Yeah. For sure.
that I get to make music at some level.
Yeah.
But I see that everybody wants to be a star, and everybody's not going to be a star.
In college, I played so many bad gigs. we played so it was so bad. I mean, I made every mistake. I feel like one time I was playing this thing with and I'm good at the time, but I turned around the 1 and the 3 and the 2 and the 4, and I got the emphasis wrong, and I just could not hear, and
Sure.
just stuff like that where you're like, I've made every possible mistake, and it's so embarrassing.
Gosh, haven't we all?
Oh,
I mean, I played so many gigs in college,
Yeah.
Big band gigs. Played from 9 to 1.
Yeah. To 1 in the morning.
Yeah, do 4 sets. Play 45 or 50 minutes, take a 10-minute break.
Okay, yeah.
Be sight reading,
Yeah.
really, for 4
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Get paid $25. And some of those, I didn't play those all the time. My brother and cousin played those gigs a lot more than I did. So if you play those things a lot, there may be 100 charts in the book, but you played a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I'm rolling in there on fourth trumpet. I haven't played these a whole lot. You talk about just make it like, well, that wasn't very good. I missed the repeat.
Yeah.
I didn't find the DS or the DC.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed the key signature. But that's how you.
That's how you grow.
That's how you grow, right? You make some mistakes, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, okay, I learned something.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't do that again.
And trumpet's not exactly quiet.
No, when you step on one of those, everybody knows.
Yeah.
But I look back at that now and think, well, it was, when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, hey, I can stay up to 1 o'clock and play. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Played some of those gigs with a couple of my guys I was in college with, but our trumpet teacher.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting in the same section with our
Oh,
trumpet
that's
teacher.
cool.
And
Yeah.
it's like, this is great. And then some of the other guys, trombone players, saxophone players, were band directors in the area that I'd known and grown up around. And
that's
they're
cool.
playing these gigs and going, well, they're teaching, but they're still playing.
Yeah.
And they still enjoy doing
Yeah.
this.
So you got to be able to do it.
Yeah,
you got to do it. That's cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And grateful that I got that opportunity. I played the circus one time. Shriner Circus, not Ringling Brothers,
Okay.
but the Shriner Circus.
Yeah.
A guy needed a sub, and I got called in to do it. And I went, okay, I've never played the circus. Let's see what this
What
is
kind of
like.
band did they have? What does that mean?
It was kind of like a trumpet, trombone, saxophone section with a rhythm, saxophones and a rhythm section.
Okay.
And we started playing, I think, 30 minutes before the circus actually started.
Okay.
By the time the circus started,
Yeah.
I was going, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. My chops.
Oh,
I'm
no.
already tired.
Oh, no.
And we got to play for a couple more hours. And
Yeah.
it's the kind of playing, the horns on your mouth,
Yeah.
you're just turning pages.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
There's no rest. And the tempos are fast. You're trying to watch the conductor because the conductor's watching the aerialist to see how many times they're going to swing before they spin, and you hit this chord.
Oh, my goodness.
I was grateful to have played it one time
Yeah.
and never again.
Never again.
It was a valuable experience, but it was physically my chops were dead, and so was my brain. It wasn't worth it.
How many people can say they played a circus? Not
Well,
many.
It was one of those things. It's like you having your road stories, right? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I played the circus one time, and that was enough. And didn't see any of the circus.
Oh, really?
I mean,
yeah.
it was because your eyes, you're just watching these charts go
glued.
by at warp speed, and I'm trying to keep up, and
Yeah.
all these marches are in one, and it's anyway. But I was glad to do it once.
In one.
They're
In the-
boom, boom, they're just flying by.
Gosh. There's so much about music that is so not sexy. That is just like, you have to know this scale. You
Yeah.
have to do
Yes.
it over and over
Yes.
and over and over a million times. Yeah.
Yep. And you mentioned earlier, what do people not understand about music?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
How many hours have
Yep.
you spent with a
Yep.
guitar in your hand,
Yep.
or a violin,
Yep.
or a trumpet,
Yeah.
or your music? You're practicing. You're doing a warm up
Yep.
to be able to walk out and boom, I can perform.
Yeah.
And
You can nail it.
it's all that work. I mean, it's just like athletics. If you don't
Yeah.
train,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to produce. And the same thing with musicians. It's there's a price that's paid, and that's the thing that when I see America's Got Talent or Idol, whatever that thing is, that I think people, they see the flashy part.
Yeah.
But if somebody's really good at it and they make it look easy, they've probably spent hours and hours to make that look simple.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sometimes I see now. Students will come to a music school
Yeah.
and go, well, I like music. I want to do music. Okay, great. But the theory class, the ear training class, the keyboard class,
Yeah.
the lessons you have to take, the time you have to spend practicing,
Yeah.
then they realize, oh, yeah, I like music, but I don't know that I like it enough to make those sacrifices to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's the.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. And just I think about it with public speaking too, or like lecturing to a class, like all the reps. Like I've practiced this thousands of times to be able to say that like that, or to be able to pull off that musical thing I've practiced is so many times. Yeah. I am. So the new thing at church and churches, and maybe it's been the last 10 years, but for us, it's been the last couple of years, is so we got a band, and it's the normal worship band, and I'm in the back, and I'm playing acoustic guitar, but I'm also directing the band with a mic that only goes to the band. And we call it musical director, and it is like another part of my brain, because you have to take care of you. Like I've got ears just like this, in-ear monitors, and then I've got a monitor, and then like that's controlling my ears, and then the music, and playing, and then cueing everybody else. It's a lot.
I've never done that, and probably never will.
Yeah.
But that seems to be would be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because you're calling it, right? You could go, hey, let's do the bridge again. Or
Repeat bridge.
Let's do this chorus.
Yeah.
Or let's go back and drop it.
Yeah.
You're calling this thing on the fly based on what you hear and see.
Yeah, we practice it, but you're still calling it out. So it's interesting.
And you have the flexibility that, hey, we could, if we needed to go back.
Yeah.
You got a plan, but you could change that if you felt the need.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never done that. I've never had in-ears. I've never done and not that I think anything's wrong with that. It's just a world I don't
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that I don't know.
And you can tell. I mean, choir world is different than band world, of
Yep.
course, or like
Yep.
ensemble band world, and
Yep.
we do everything with the click track.
Yeah.
I mean, for 2 hours on those nights, it's a ting,
Yeah.
ting, ting,
Yep.
ting. So, which is different when the music can't breathe,
What?
and
Well-
it's kind of mechanistic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you like that, or is it?
I do enjoy it because if you with a band, because in the bad old days you would have somebody not rehearse enough or not listen
Sure.
enough or not get in the pocket and
Yeah, yeah,
somebody
yeah.
run away. And
Yeah.
when we first started doing that, we had I'm not going to name names, but we had a
Well-
couple of drummers that they would say like, "Oh, that the click is speeding up and slowing down." And you're like, "It's literally not.
It's not.
It's not.
My
It might
metronome's
be,"
broken.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be that we are, that you are. So,
Oh.
yeah. What I like about that is that it's a philosophical shift, because I play drums some too, and it's a philosophical shift. And I would tell the guys in the band, like, that's the drummer, and you're the percussionist playing over that. Because in
Right.
the old days, the drummer, it's all on you to
Yep.
carry it.
Yep.
Well, now it's on that to carry it, and you're just actually going to play on top of
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I can see benefits for it.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
think like I use a metronome.
yeah.
When I study a score, if I
Yeah.
want to make sure while I'm studying, I set it on a tempo so that
Yeah.
that thing gets in my head, and so
Yeah.
when I get in a performance, I'm close to it.
Yeah.
But then after that, like in a choir rehearsal,
Yeah.
Dr. Beat's not ever going to be a thing. Right?
Yeah.
I understand the need for it at times in a band rehearsal.
Yeah. To kind of get the feel.
yeah,
We're in this
but-
pocket right here. Yeah.
But eventually, you're going to have to figure this tempo out, and the only way you're going to do this is to listen to each other.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and even if you, and again, we were talking about old recordings where I was. I mean, if you put a metronome on some of the greatest
Not even
recordings,
close.
They don't stay the same tempo.
No, they don't.
all the way through. And
Yeah.
you mentioned music's got to breathe.
Yeah.
You know, there. I heard an interview. Do you know the guy Billy Strings,
I don't think I
guitar
know,
player?
no.
I think I said that right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like bluegrass player.
Okay.
Like freakishly good.
Yeah.
Talking about, and I hope I don't say this wrong. Talking about a metronome or a click track, and he mentioned, hey, if you listen to Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs,
Okay. Yeah.
when the guitar's playing it's this tempo, and then when the banjo comes in, it might speed up, and then it might slow back.
Yeah.
There might be a little give
Yeah,
and take
yeah,
there.
yeah,
I think I quoted that right. But the choral recordings that I listen to, if I'm checking to see, am I in the ballpark on tempo?
Yeah.
And on my phone, I've got the metronome where
Oh,
I can
yeah.
tap.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, this is what it started at, 104.
Yeah.
And now we're 6 bars in, and it's 101.
Yeah.
And now it's back up to 107. and these
yeah.
are really good.
Yeah.
It's a good choir, good orchestra.
Yeah.
And the tempo,
Yeah.
it's moved a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the click track it can be a good thing.
Yeah. One of my favorites is Eye of the Tiger.
Oh.
And it's not close.
I
you can't.
haven't
you
put a
can't set
metronome
it.
on it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't put a metronome on it. You
It's
can't
going
do
to
that.
change.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's good, especially if you've ever tried to record something and punch it out. Like it's almost impossible unless you use a click track.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yep. Well, we're at 54 minutes. So what's a book everybody should read? What are you reading, or what's a classic book or something that's made an impact on you?
Well, I tell you what I'm reading now, like only a page or two at a time. It's
Yeah.
about the Nuremberg trials.
Oh, all right. There's
Because
a new movie. Did you see?
I watched
That's-
the thing on, is it Netflix? With
Russell
Russell
Crowe.
Yeah, so I watched that
Yeah.
and thought, okay, I'd never heard that story about
Yeah.
the psychiatrist
I don't know anything about it. Yeah.
who met with all of those people on trial,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually he wrote a book, but it focuses mainly on his relationship with Goering.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I don't know a lot about this. I'd like to know a little bit more. So I bought a book, and it's massive. And it's not a hard read, but by the time I start reading at night, I read a couple of pages and it's over, right?
Yeah.
I'm rereading the same
It's over.
same thing. But I guess what started me on that, a couple of years ago, one of the choir groups, Classical Horse, we were in Poland and we went to Auschwitz.
Oh yeah.
And so since then I've read a couple of books about a horrible subject,
Yeah.
but just people that made it through, and
Yeah.
that's what led me into the Nuremberg. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a book everybody should read or not. But
Yeah.
it's that kind of
How's
thing.
is the movie any good? What's the movie
I thought
like?
the movie was good.
Really? Yeah.
I thought it was really good,
Yeah.
and Russell Crowe, I thought did a good
He's
job.
almost unrecognizable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if he looks like he put on some weight.
Yeah.
Maybe they put it on for him, but he's come a long way since. And I thought Gladiator was great, but I thought it was good. But that's where I am right now, kind of trying to get through that.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping by and sharing your thoughts.
Hey, it's good to talk to you. Good to talk whenever we get a chance in the hallways too.
Yeah, that's right.